Welcome to leg 82 of the Great Loop Aboard the Perch. I'm Kim Russo with America's Great Loop Cruisers Association. Today we're going from our anchorage on the Tensaw River to Fairhope, which is on the eastern shore of Mobile Bay. So that's a look at the anchorage in the morning. The three other looper boats here were heading off early. I had a podcast to record and the engines make a lot of background noise, so we waited a couple extra hours and then headed off on our own. Made that turn back onto the Tombigbee River and continued on our way towards Mobile. This is the last piece of the Inland Rivers segment, so after spending a few months and 1,000+ miles on the rivers, we'll be ending today in Mobile Bay along the Gulf Coast. So we're excited to finish this segment and be ready to start the next. And you can see we're still just kind of winding our way through this very curvy, very snaky river. And kind of not all by ourselves out there. We're passing a few tows and things like that, but as I mentioned, the other looper boats left earlier, so we were kind of cruising by ourselves today, which was fine. We know there's a bridge coming up that we have to have opened to clear, and we had talked to the other boats that left before us, and they said the bridge was open. This is a railroad bridge. It was not open when we arrived, and you need about 12-foot air draft to be able to clear this, so most looper boats cannot do that. This video is speeded up to about 3 times its normal pace, but they did lift the bridge for us after about a 15-minute wait. There had been some engineers on the bridge, and we could see the trucks going by along the railroad tracks there. So not a long wait, not a big problem. Like I said, about 15 or 20 minutes, and we were on through the bridge and continuing towards Mobile. Mobile is pretty much the first city we're going to have seen, the first larger city in quite some time. So it's kind of an exciting moment to arrive there. You can see it's a little bit industrial. It does have a bit of a skyline, which we'll show you here in these pictures. So it's kind of a moment to arrive there. You haven't seen anything like this in quite some time as you're approaching Mobile. There is a shipyard that had some really interesting military catamarans there that they were working on. There's one in the shed there and one, as you can see, right there at the dock. And Mobile also has a convention center, and you can actually tie up here at the convention center. Reviews say it's not real protected there if you tie up, but it is in the heart of the city, so if Mobile is on your bucket list, you're definitely going to want to tie up there. It's the easiest way to get to Mobile by boat. A lot of loopers will head over to Dog River, where we have 3 fabulous AGLCA sponsors, and Dog River is just a short trip by car back to Mobile. But you can see you go through the port, and then you reach this moment where you're back in open water for the first time in quite a while. It's the beauty, the salt water. You can just smell the ocean, the salt water. You may see dolphins at this point. Michael did. They were a little elusive to me. If you've seen our videos from long back on the East Coast, I struggle with the dolphins. They seem to hide from me. But we worked our way across and into Fairhope to visit with some friends who are local there. So that's why we picked Fairhope on the eastern shore. But that is a look at our track for the day. About 5 hours underway, just over 50 miles, averaged 10 knots, and we did blow the engines out while we were there in the bay for a little bit. So we got all the way up to a little bit over 20 knots. But there's a look at the track for the day. There are some shallows as you make that turn to the east and head into Fairhope, so that's obviously not where we wanted to go super fast, but certainly navigable and not hard to do. Our members have named Fairhope as one of the best small towns on the Great Loops, so we'll be doing a Great Loop Lifestyles about Fairhope. So we'll be back with that soon. Thank you for watching.